everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Welcome to the Commonwealth Cabin. Thank y'all for joining us today. I got an interesting topic and something that I think some new resellers might fall into the trap of. Maybe some older resellers, I don't know. I hear a lot of people doing this, and really it's probably not a good idea. It might put your eBay store, your eBay life in jeopardy, I suppose. And you don't want to get kicked off. Now, not a lot of people get kicked off of eBay. Definitely not near as much as what you would see on, say, Amazon. But I did a couple things. One thing, eBay removed an item, wasn't allowed to be listed, and I listed it anyways. But this is something else that I get from time to time, and I usually can avoid the problem. We got a lot of great sales today. Let's take a look. I'm going to talk about the first part of that, well, the second part of that first, and the first part of that second, meaning I'm going to show you an item that I listed on eBay that got removed immediately. I didn't technically list it, but I knew it was in the process of being listed. I believe my wife listed this one, and I had different plans for it, but it did get listed either way. And it sold, but it didn't sell on eBay because it got delisted super fast. Now, the other topic, which is something completely different, but really could put you at much more jeopardy than selling something like this. This is a CPAP. It's the ResMed tubing, and it's all brand new sealed, which is why I have it, why I grabbed it, because you can sell these. Now, eBay cracks down on this stuff and gets removed, but you can sell it on other platforms. Ironically, the platform that delists more stuff than any other platform is the one that gets the least amount of sales that I talk about. Most people don't sell on it. I sell on Bonanza. I only sell 2, 3, 4 things a month maybe. Sometimes less, sometimes more. It's all automated. It takes everything off of eBay, puts it over there automatically. But then since it runs through like a Google, I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to tell you what it does, but it delists anything and everything automatically just from search words. And some of the stuff it delists, it's like, really? You're delisting this stuff? So weird. But it doesn't delist these, which is a little bit ironic. I knew I could sell it there. I've never tried to sell these on Mercari, but it was listed on Mercari, and it did not get taken off of Mercari. And I don't think this one got over to Poshmark. I don't know if it'd be a big Poshmark seller anyways. But you know what? It sold. I'm happy it sold because it sold for $30 plus shipping. And part of the reason it would sell over there is because if somebody was looking for it, you can't get them on eBay. So although there is, you know, a little bit of a history of solds like this, it's still not really worth kind of testing the waters. There are some things that I do test the waters with, but that's not one of them. And you're much better off selling. Like I sell, people yell at me all the time for picking up P90X stuff, Beachbody stuff, and they're like, oh, you know, you're gonna get about it. I just put it on Mercari. I sold those things on Mercari for years, and I've never had any trouble. Now we're gonna talk about the next part of this topic, but it doesn't have anything to do with a particular item. It has to do with something that I see people do all the time that is really not in your best interest. People get away with it, but it is not something I would do on eBay. It's just too much writing on it. Sold this McDonald's. You saw me pick this up in that video with Eric the other day on the Commonwealth Picker channel. And I knew it wouldn't be big money, but it is $19.99, so it is vintage. And it does have some of the characters on there. There's Grimace. That's this character's name. How come I can't remember her? Anyway, this right here, and something's in it. I can't even remember what the heck it was. It was a toy of some sort. See if I can get it off. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the only McDonald's one. The rest are, I think, Burger King. And I'm like, you know what? That's probably gonna sell. And it did. It sold for $10 plus shipping. Make no mistake about it, most McDonald's Happy Meal kind of items aren't that good. There are some that are good. Maybe I should make a video about that. I might do a top 10 video about that and talk about the ones, because there are few and far between, but there are some good ones. Halloween stuff is usually pretty good. Here's something I picked up. This is one of those things that you just, you know, I can't resist picking up. It's a sealed VHS, for one, and it's Kissy Fur. Some of you may remember that. It's not worth a ton, but it didn't have any listed. And I'm like, I'm going to pick it up. It doesn't have any watermarks. It has a little bit of damage, but not too bad. And I'm like, that thing is cool. If nothing else, I'll put it in my collection. But we decided to list it, and it sold for $12 plus shipping. Just went in and grabbed one of these because Turner I wanted to play a little catch really quick, so I figured I'd knock one more out, then I'll go play catch with him, and then we'll come back in here and talk about the topic of the day, putting your eBay store at risk, and get some honest feedback from y'all and tell me what you do. Here is a vintage made in the USA Wrangler Sherpa vest. And these used to sell for a little bit more than they are now. So I was a little disappointed when we're looking them up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm still happy. I think I paid $1 for it. And this one is a double XL, 2XL. And that is a great size for one of these. Here comes Turner. Oh, you're not Turner. It's Bubba, y'all. What do you got? You got to ship something?
No.
Oh, you need help with that. All right, let me finish this one up. I'll come finish it up. I'll come help you. This one right here is in pretty good condition. I probably could have listed it for 30, 35 and waited around a little bit, but we put it out there just a tick below the going rate, which I don't normally do. It's sold. So 2XL for a vintage one is good, because you know vintage sizes aren't as good as the other ones. But 26 plus shipping, $1 into 26, I'll take it. All right, y'all. So we just got done playing. Turner's the man. You tired?
Yes, I'm about to die.
What kind of job do you get to play catch with your dad all day? It's pretty cool, huh? Thanks, bud. And somebody took over my cabin here while we were out playing catch. You got a new order in?
Yep.
I'll throw that way. Ring got a new order in of shirts, slightly different gray, y'all. But we were out of a ton of different sizes. All right, what else did we get? Did we get any trash to cash, or are they all Commonwealth Flipper picker?
I think it's just picker.
It's all picker, blue and gray. So if you've been looking at CommonwealthPicker.com and your size is not there, it should be now. Look at this.
Whoa.
Watch this, y'all. Check this out. How cool is this? There you go. And then she puts it in the right place, which is probably back there in one of those bins right there.
I just
You wanna-
sent them somewhere over here for now.
Before we get to my topic, you just want to give a thank you real quick?
Sure.
All right, we just have one today. What do you got?
Jenny got a CWP gray shirt. I'm
That's
pretty
right.
Sure.
That's all it is. CWP gray shirt, not a blue one. And I don't think anything else. I think one other sale came in today. We'll ship it out tomorrow.
And don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
By the way, I often have people ask me, because we used to say the kids get $1 to save, $1 to spend, $1 to earn. That's still true of Turner when he comes in and does videos. But Reagan gets paid hourly at this point because she's such an asset for our business. And she handles, with a little bit of help from Bubba's girlfriend, she handles the whole merch store. So I'm pretty proud of her. So anyway. Oh, and we still do donate. So $1 of every purchase from the CommonwealthPicker.com goes to one of the charities. And we've got a bunch. I think we have them listed on there. But if you ever have any questions, we'll answer them. I'll just say this, that we give to Isaiah 117 separately, not with most of these. We give to a couple of shelters. We give to Compassion. We give to St. Jude. And then we rotate some other ones around. So anyway, thank you, Reagan. By the way, I should have said that the giving is done by y'all when you purchase something. Really not done by us. We just kind of facilitate it. Now, we do some different giving as a family, just separately of all this, but it's just amazing. I should do a video one time of how generous this audience is and has been over the years. There has just been tons of money going in tons of different directions. So we appreciate that. Now, here's the deal. I got a message on eBay. So through the eBay messaging system, and it says, by the way, I wouldn't say this if it was a viewer who did this. I'm 99% certain this wasn't a viewer who did this, but I do want to talk about the viewer part of it here in just a second. This was somebody who was interested in I think it was a sweatshirt. It was a vintage sweatshirt. And they sent me a message that said, please check your Instagram direct messages. And I'm like, You know, normally you have something like that, somebody's a viewer, right? They know me and they know I'm on Instagram, but it's pretty easy when you match the eBay store name to the Instagram. And from what they're talking, I don't think they are a viewer. Maybe they are, but I don't think they are. And so, of course, I'm not going to reply to that and say, oh, I'm not going to go over to Instagram and check that out. But that's the kind of thing that can get you in trouble on eBay. You know, their rules state that you need to, if you're going to list something on the platform and somebody's contacting you through the platform to sell it off-site to avoid fees, they have a problem with that. And I kind of get that. However, I will say this. that used to be something I used to see videos about it. People were, you know, getting in trouble for it. I haven't seen those videos in a long time, and I see tons and tons of people message me with that all the time. I always respond with the same thing. I always say, you know, it's just, I have too much at stake. Too much, way too much at stake selling on eBay to break their rules and to sell off platform. Now, I will say this, if somebody contacts me on Instagram, for instance, without going through the eBay system and they're interested in an item that I found at a garage sale or something, to me, that's fair game. That's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Even if the item is presently listed on eBay, if they contacted me first through those methods, then it would be okay. Now, I still usually don't do it. I still just ask them to buy, unless it's like a $500 item or something. Or if it's an item I haven't listed, occasionally I'll do it. But there's so many of those messages, I can't keep stuff straight. There's so many moving parts and pieces going on right now. I'm just like, you know what? I'll pay the fee just to keep me organized and shipping out on the right day. No problem at all paying the fee. So tell me your honest stories down below. Hopefully eBay doesn't read these. About maybe you circumvent. I'm not encouraging it. That's not my point. What I'm trying to see is if they are enforcing them quite as strict as they used to. Because I get people send me messages all the time through eBay, and I usually, 99% of the time, I do not answer social media type questions. You know, they'll ask me stuff that I would normally see on a video or something. I don't answer those on eBay because I get so many messages on eBay, and I just don't answer them. In the past, I've said, hey, contact me on Instagram, and there's a chance I'll answer it. Facebook at this point is almost impossible. I can't keep up with those. So if you do have a question for me, I'm now going to say that the absolute best way for me to answer a question is right there on the video comments. And I go and I try to look at, I don't look at all of them, but I look at a lot of video comments and I try to answer them right on there, or somebody who's watching it can answer them as well. And then of course I did go over and check out the Instagram. I actually replied to him over there. And I did not reply at all on eBay. So that's kind of my policy unless it's a viewer. And then I'll say, hey, you know, if you have, I'm specific about it. If you have a social media question, sometimes they'll ask me for my Gmail. And you can't put your email on there. You can't put a phone number. You know, people will type out number, you know, the words instead of the actual numbers. And there's all kinds of ways to circumvent this stuff. I would highly suggest just staying away from it. To me, it just isn't worth it. Could you get away from it from time? Yeah, you can, but to have all these automated scanners, and it's just not worth it. So go ahead and tell me if I'm crazy below, or if you agree with me below. But I did go over and read the Instagram. They said, hey, I'm interested. This is the Instagram now about the same item, and they put pictures up of the item. I'm interested in this from eBay. I'm an eBay reseller myself of eBay cards. That reminds me of something. So I get how fees work. I figured a deal on here could save us both a few bucks. Now, I will say this. They also first asked, before I got this message, they first asked for a discount. And I sent them an offer, you know, $4 or $5 off of whatever it was. It was 24, and I sent them an offer for 20. And then this message came, right? So 20 wasn't enough. So they were going to first get their discount, and then they were going to try and buy it off-site to get a heavier discount to avoid the fees. And of course they wanted, I'm sure they wanted the fee discount to go to them and to put the risk on me. Not something I'm comfortable doing. I wouldn't be comfortable if the fees were coming to me. And certainly not something a new eBay seller should do, you know, about that fraud, that scam where people are asking to pay them off-site and stuff. Do everything on eBay on site. The only thing I would ever do is do your shipping, like through Pirate Ship or something, when it works out better. But that's the only thing I would do off-site, and then you'd upload that tracking to eBay. I just opened the door to go inside to grab a shirt that's sold on Mercari, and I ended up with a bunch of rascals in here. And one of them's got a treat, but I better give these other ones a treat before they start jumping around on stuff. All right, so one of the reasons we started a cross list was because we wanted to sell some more clothing, and we have done pretty well with cross listing, selling more clothing. Surprisingly though, a lot of it's been selling on Mercari, which is where this sold, and it sold for $13 plus shipping. No, it didn't. Wrong one. Had to go back and get the right one. Orange with black, not black with orange. And I'm like, 13 seemed a little cheap for that one. It was pretty big and in good shape. This one's a little smaller. It's a medium. It's got a little fading in it. It's not quite as good. 13 bucks plus shipping. You've heard me talking about parting out New Wave ovens for years. And I just had kind of a mini death pile just of New Wave ovens in there. And I'm like, it's time we should list one and part it out. I picked the one with a cover. This is the New Wave oven cover. You can part out all the pieces if you want. There's usually just the dome, the actual heating element, and this one are the ones that sell the most often. But there's other things you can do with them too if you really wanted to part them out. This one's, I don't know what this sold for, $11.40 plus shipping. I usually pay $5 for the whole oven. And then this brings me a little profit, and then the dome will bring me about $25 profit. The heating element will bring me about $15 profit. So if you do it right, you can make, you know, 50 bucks on one of them, depending on the model. But and a lot of them don't come with this, so you got to be careful. Speaking of when in doubt, part it out. One of the other things I like to part out all the time, if you watch the show, is the Ab Lounge. The Ab Lounge Pro, the Ab Lounge Sport, the Ab Lounge 2, and I call it the skinny strip if you don't take the canvas part off of it, if you know what an Ab Lounge is. And the skinny strip, you take the bungees and sell them. You take the caps and sell them. These are the caps that go over like the bolts that go in there. You can take the strap handle on the back. Those sell. The little wing nuts sell. If you want to do a heavier strip, you can take off the foot rests, if that's what you want to call them. You can take off, there's one other bolt in there that sells from time to time, and there's one other piece besides the actual canvas that's on it that sells, and I can't remember it offhand, but anyway, you can make decent money on them. These don't sell for much. These sold for 10 bucks right here, but you know, you sell these for 10 bucks after fees, after shipping, you've made your $5 back if you paid $5 for it, and they're so stinking easy. What the heck, right? So there you go. When in doubt, part it out. I don't know if you remember a few minutes ago when I was talking about the guy who sent me that message, it said something about cards. He sold cards, and it triggered something in my brain that I've been wanting to say something about for a few days here, and I just haven't. I've kept forgetting. I have an EPN link. You may have heard me talk about it. I don't talk about it very often. It's something I suggest people do on the Trash to Cash podcast all the time. If you are a reseller, eBay has what's called the eBay Partner Network. And it's essentially an affiliate link, right? And so creators, people like me, can put products like this. You know, if this sells on eBay, I'll have a link to it, or this, or whatever, tape, whatever it is. And I have links down below. People go through those links, and I'll get a percentage of what they buy. They don't even have to buy whatever the item is. Just if they go through the link and buy anything, I don't know what it is, like 1% or 2% on stuff. It's not a huge amount, but I do it for other folks, and I suggest that people out there that post anything on social media, you don't have to have a huge following. Matter of fact, I suggest that people, you know, you might have a close-knit circle of resellers out there, you know, just people in your community, even people you go picking with, or family members even that are resellers. If you get an EPN link, you can't use your own, but you know, every time you buy something on eBay, go through their link, turn their store URL into a link, and they can give it to you. And every single time you go to buy something, go through the link. And every time they go to buy something, go through their link. And you can get a little bit back. It's not a lot, but like I said, I don't know what it is, 1 or 2%. I guess I'm going to tell you a story, so we'll figure out what it is for this. Somebody went on my link, and I know who this person is, but I can't think of their name. I can't think of they've sent me messages before, and I want to give them a giant thank you. We talked about charity earlier, and I believe I remember this person was from the Northwest, and I just can't remember your name, and I can't remember your store. So if you're out there listening, please contact me. Put your name in the bottom of the video, even an email, and we'll try to look for it. And tell me who you are. If I remember my stories correctly, and I think I do, you buy sports cards, massive amounts of sports cards, and you go into the hospitals and you give out sports cards and plush to the kids who are ill in the hospital. I don't know if it's terminally ill or what, cancer, whatever it is. And you spend a lot of money doing that. You have a charity that does that. And you buy your sports cards off of eBay. And now this is the third time that you have gone on there and gone through my link to do it. And I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And also extend a hand to you if you want any help to raise money for your charity. Listen, y'all, he spent almost $16,000 through my link. And I got $400. $400. I'd love to return some of that to you. I'd love to do a fundraiser for you or something. But at the same time, I can tell folks out there, you know, to use other creators. You don't have to use mine. We don't need the money. We're doing just fine. I appreciate every year this person has gone through and done that. And I just want to say thank you publicly to you, not just for that, but for what you do in your community. And wondered if we could help at all. But, you know, if you watch other creators on YouTube, maybe they don't have a huge following. If you watch on Facebook, even wherever, and they have an EPN link, some people make their store an EPN link. Go through that and buy something that you are already going to buy. It doesn't cost you any money. It helps them out. And if any of you have those links, feel free to contact me. I'll try and put it in my rotation because I have a list of about 7 people at this point. Every time I buy something, I just keep going down through my list. So anyway, I just thought that would be something that some of you are interested in out there. We've been selling these books pretty good at this point. That's all we have left. Mummy, The Resurrection, $20 plus shipping, and Vampire Storyteller's Handbook and Clan Book. Those right there sold for $20 as well. He sold to, so $40 total plus shipping, sold to a viewer. And as I come over here, I see who bought it, and it's James. So James and your wife's name escapes me right now. I'm sorry, I forgot, but she was one of the highlights, meeting her, of the trip. Sorry, not you, but her. She was sweet. So are you, actually. But at any rate, hey, Kevin, the Hot Duke here. And he is, he went to the Trash to Cash podcast meeting in Vegas, met so many people. I have resisted talking about individuals in that meetup because there were, you know, there's like 70 people there. And I don't want to spotlight any few individuals and leave a bunch of people out. I probably will spotlight one particular individual that just so impressed me there that I just want to mention, but I'll do it on a future episode. Hey, Kevin, Hot Duke here. I thought I better buy something out of your store since my wife likes you better than she likes me. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. It was a pleasure meeting you and your lovely wife. We thank you for your kindness, your prayers, and of course, your sense of humor. Without it, I would be lost. God bless till we meet again. I'll get a little emotional here. Look, listen, I don't want to share all your story out there, but it was an interesting story to say the least. And I appreciated meeting you. I appreciated meeting your wife. And you guys coming out there and sharing your story with me. And I'm sure you wouldn't mind if I said it, but I just don't want to, other than to say that your wife has been ill. And we certainly hope and pray that she battles through this. And I know it's a struggle for you as well. So anyway, there it is. Thank you for your purchase. You don't need to do that. You didn't need to do that, but we do very much appreciate it. And I can't wait to meet both of you again. Sold a Scooby-Doo keychain. You can see how many we have of different characters in there. But I absolutely love selling multi-quantity items. Even if they're $11.95 free ship, I love selling them because you only have to list them once and you sell them hundreds of times. Even at like a $6.50 profit, I will absolutely take it. It's actually closer to a $6 profit than a $6.50. But either way, I will take it. Sold this blanket, and I don't remember what I sold it for. I remember why I bought it. I think if it's the right sale, I bought it from, it's a Hillcat minor league baseball team blanket. And I bought it because of the 2 elderly people that were selling it. And I just couldn't resist buying something from them because they were so sweet. And I knew it would be a hard seller, but it finally sold. Although, I might have my stories wrong on this one. I'm not going to unfold it all. It's just a minor league baseball blanket. And it sold for $12 plus shipping, and it's really light, y'all. Should go out first class. Sold a Phillies hat. This came from my buddy John's house, I think. And it's which means it's a giant size because he's got a big head. Sorry, John, but it's true. Look at this. I still need my... Wait a minute. Yeah, I thought that one already had a license plate. Hold on. Of course, the old Virgin Island ones. I've got plenty. I just got to put one on that. And I need to put a few some other places too. But yeah, this is going to be... Oh, no, that's not from your house. 7 1/4. Definitely not. That Phillies hat, little gold trim around it. $14.50, I think, plus shipping. This one went to Frank. So, Frank, thank you. Lifetime Phillies fan. And I'm writing to thank you, Dave, NC Picker, and Froggy Flips, Anthony, and a bunch of other YouTubers. It looks like it had reconstructive foot surgery, and he was out of work. And that's when they started to sell a little on eBay. And he just wanted to thank us for his help. Turner's here with a joke. Lori and Frank, Alexandria Pickers, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Turner's got a Commonwealth comedy joke for you. All right, Pepper came in for some Commonwealth comedy as well. Turner came up with this joke completely on his own today. Sometimes we help him a little bit, or Mama, or Reagan, or me, or something. But Turner's got a joke on his own today. What do you got?
So you know why they don't play chess anymore, or why they stopped playing chess?
Why did they stop playing? Oh, in England. So why did they stop playing chess in England?
Because they got no queen.
Because they got no queen. Oh, man. Is it too soon for a joke like that? Anyway, that's funny, Turner. I like it. Where'd you hear that?
It was YouTube.
On YouTube. There you go. I like it. You want to see if we can find something to open back here? All right, I'm going to put the camera down and we're going to open something, show it to them. All right, y'all, I chose the one that said Media Mail because I knew what was going to be in it. Turner, you're probably getting bored of VHS.
No.
They sent me some sweet VHS here, and they know that I love VHS. By the way, let me just do this really quick because this is an awesome message. We just read it, but it is too long for YouTube. I'm going to put it there if anybody wants to freeze frame that and read it. Really, really kind, especially the teasing of Dave and Carrie down here. And thank you for all the kind words up here. It's very meaningful. We try to do our best. You know, we can't make everybody happy, and we take missteps every now and again, but we try to do what we enjoy and try to do it the right way. So, at any rate, there are some cool ones in here. I don't think Turner's familiar with any of these. I don't think. No. But he should be. Oh, look at this. Shawshank Redemption. I can't believe I don't have that one. Iconic, of course. Really, really cool. So that one's going to go in my collection. Probably that one. The Graduate is for sure. None of them are first edition, but still cool. What do you got?
American something.
American Gigolo. Yeah, we're not watching that. Drunken Master, Jackie Chan. Those are cool. Some James Bond.
That was like something from history or something.
No. Well, it's from history, all right. Hello, Dolly. That's good. I don't have that one either. Not a huge Streisand fan, but who doesn't love Walter Matthau? That's a great cover. I'm going to keep that one as well. See if that one has. Yeah, it's got some watermarks on it. Cool. Philadelphia. I don't know. Good movie. I don't know. I doubt it. Let's see. Little Man Tate. Jodie Foster. Don't think I'll do that one. Sleepers. A Few Good Men. Yeah, I'll probably keep that one. Have you heard of any of these movies, Turner? I don't think you have. Probably not keeping that one. By the way, they said keep a few for your collection you don't have and sell the rest off. So that's what we'll do eventually. City Slickers 2. I think I have City Slickers, so I might keep that one. Gotta keep Lethal Weapon, not First Run, but still cool. And Pope of Greenwich Village. Turner, I'm born here, aren't I? That's a cool cover. Chocolat. Judi Dench, Johnny Depp. Full Metal Jacket. I've actually sold that one before and I regretted it, so now I have it back. Very cool. War of the Roses. That might be a winner. I might keep that one. The Big Chill. Never seen that movie. And another Jackie Chan. So these are definitely winners. We might pull a few more out of there. So, all right, buddy.
Bye.
By the way, that's Finders. Nope, no, it's not. FindingKeepers.com, I think, is their link tree to all their platforms. Even though they're not on YouTube, they do have a bit of a presence, and that's always good. You never know when it can pay off for you. Some Radio Shack RC batteries. These usually go for 25 bucks right there. And we sold an Enaman. So if you are new to the channel, and a lot of folks are, or if you're over on Facebook and you're like, what, who, why is this guy selling these glue bottles? They're not glue bottles, they're plush enemas. And people have been buying them for 3 years now to get their eBay stores moving. And in reality, they're doing it as support to me. And this is the end of the road for these guys here. And we're down to some that have, oh man, this would have been a good one. Dave and Carrie'd make fun of this one. We're down to the nitty gritty on these, and they all have a bit of an issue from time to time. Like this one they should say fleet, but this one says feet. That would be a great Trash to Cash podcast joke. If you ever watch that podcast, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that one right there is, you know, we have these here that we haven't sold yet. And those up there that we haven't sold yet, but that bucket right there is the end of the road for them, and it's going to be a sad day when they're gone, but we'll probably still sell one every once in a blue moon out of these. But I can't, you know, can't let them go. We do have ours on ComeOffPicker.com. So, at any rate, forgot to add a buyer's note. I found your message, though. Whenever it's an Enaman, I try to find it because people spend a lot of money on those, and I'd like to at least say thank you. I don't see your name, though, but I wanted to say thank you for inspiring me. I've watched so many of your videos, and it has helped me learn a lot. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I hope this guy gets your eBay store moving for you. Haven't had too many viewer sales lately, but today we've had 6 of them. Here's another. And we ran an auction on this, and we didn't get a payer on the auction. We're doing a charity auction for Gary Sinise Foundation. So we ran it again with 0 publicity whatsoever, practically. It didn't sell for near as much. And the money is still going to go to Gary Sinise, though. But this came from Sarah, the Daily Cabbage. And many of you know her because we've had her. We've interviewed her and her husband, Adam. We also did the Cabbage Patch video, which you really should go check out if you're a garage seller or if you're a thrifter out there and you can figure out the ones, because a lot of Cabbage Patch aren't worth very much at all, but some are worth some pretty good money, and it's worth knowing what they are. And I finally learned it after passing them up for years. It makes me wonder what I passed up. All right, this is funny. I'm afraid I shouldn't even mention this person's name. It says, honored to have won this. Please do not ship it. Send me a sticker instead. Okay, we'll definitely do that, and that's very kind of you. He just wanted the proceeds to go to the Gary Sinise Foundation. So very cool. He says, if his wife were to find out that he spent money on a Cabbage Patch doll, I might have to raise money for his memorial. We wouldn't want to do that. Best of luck this yard sale season. And that's why I like those videos. I'm going to plan on doing more of these top 10 videos. They're not big hitters. We don't make a bunch of money off the video, and they're really hard work to do. But, man, a lot of people get a lot of benefit out of them, and I know I've got a lot of benefit out of those types as well, because it broadens your picking horizons out there as you're out there at yard sales. So I don't know whether to say your name or not. You put it on here, so you want me to, right? Well, all right. If it's you, go distract your wife right now while I say your name. It's John. John Junkman's Treasures, Duke Earl 7. Is that right? Duke Earl 7. Very cool. Thank you so much. I'm sure Sarah would appreciate that as well. And we'll do something with it for charity somehow, some way, somewhere. Maybe over on Whatnot. When are you going to see this? May 4th? If y'all want to go check out the Whatnot, maybe we'll put it over there. Maybe we'll do a little charity auction over there on Whatnot for that item. And we'll give more money to the Gary Sinise Foundation. That's probably what we'll do. So anyway, thank you all so much. If you haven't joined and you want to go join over there, we got a link somewhere below. And you can get a free $15. We'll do some good stuff, some fun stuff, a ton of giveaways, and we'll sell some stuff as well. Sold something from the Victoria pick with Eric OBX Picker, and it was I left most of this stuff for Eric. He was so gracious of him to invite us down there. But I wanted to take a few so I could force myself to do a little bit more research, because it's been a long time since I sold these tubes, and I did a little research. And found that a lot of them are worth money and a lot of them just aren't. But this is a cool little box right here. Sold for $9. I'll take it. Just so you're not confused. The tube is actually in there, but it is a cool box. That one went to Tommy. He was one of the 6 viewers, so thank you, Tommy. And thank you for the kind words. He said I gave him a lot of great ideas over the last few months. Hopefully that means some great ideas selling. That's not it. Here it is, The Lost World. Jurassic Park. Picked this up at the 127 sale. And somebody told me that the promo sticker was there because it was like a, you know, Black Friday type sale at Walmart. So, there you go. Or wherever it's sold at. So, Tommy, thank you for that. And this one also was one of the 6 viewers, Sharon. Bought this copy right there of The Lost World Jurassic Park, sealed. And Sharon says, I think it's Sharon anyways, yeah, I love the content you put out and really enjoy the knowledge you bring to the table. Well, I appreciate that. We sell like you and don't specialize in any specific niche. I find it to be more fun that way, and I will resell this item with a vintage promotional Jurassic Park pin. Okay, so you're going to combine them together. Very cool. We currently have around 6,100 items listed for sale. Awesome. Thrifty ZRS is the store. Very cool. Thanks again for being one of the best on eBay. Well, I'm not one of the best on eBay. I'm nowhere near one of the best on eBay. Sounds like you guys might be, but I've been doing it a while and I just enjoy, you know, I tell people all the time, I teach people how to be part-time resellers, and I hope to add a little bit of value to full-timers out there and people that are just crushing it. So the truth be told, I learn a lot more from you than a lot of you learn from me. So thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you, well, you're not going to enjoy it. Hope you can get some money out of it. It's never a good day when Blue Ridge Mama leaves the shipping to me. Although the cats like it because I give them treats. I wanted to throw one more very kind gift. I've been getting so many. I've got 2 more upstairs today my dad brought me. And Seth sent this to us. eBay Age and Beauty. Got it at a thrift store, thought of us. That's very, very kind of you. I'll probably run a charity auction at some point with it. Maybe sign it or something. That is really cool. I've never seen one of these. As many things, you know, I have bins and bins of Tupperware outside. Haven't been selling much lately. But I've never found one of those bags. That's pretty cool. Thank you. And thank you for the kind words as well. I wanted to show you this. And it is a Supply Hut box. SupplyHut.com. Code Commonwealth 5% off. But this box right here is one of my absolute favorite boxes for just stuff like this. You know, it's you can't put this thing in a bubble mailer. And I don't want to struggle to find the right box. And this one, I just love it. I don't use it very often, but it comes in very handy. And I buy them 200 at a time. And so far, it'll probably last me a year and a half before I go through them. So, pretty cool. Love that box right there. Still not as good as the 8x6x4, but I love it. See what I mean? Look, 8x6x4, 8x6x4, 8x6x4. I use those boxes all the time. Not a whole ton going on out here in the Supply Hut today. Do have some stuff that's got pictures already taken of it that we need to get in there and put up. And I've got some other stuff getting ready for that whatnot and a bunch of folks to come in and visit. Excited about that. But we've got a ton of stuff that we need to really bear down and get some work done, some testing, some cleaning, and get some listings up. Have not listed much ever since we went to Vegas. The listings have been down. I listed 5 things today, and that's all I got up. Just trying to recuperate. I don't know if my wife listed anything from Vegas and the Trash to Cash Vegas Bash. By the way, big thank you to Dave and to Carrie and so many other folks. That was a great time. I hope if you came, you enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll do it again sometime. Maybe somebody said the Trash to Cash Hawaii Bash should be next. I'm like, man, you want to talk about an expensive trip? At any rate, we have it tomorrow. I'm not doing any video. I'm not making any videos tomorrow. Though there might be one coming out. I'm not going to ship tomorrow. I've got to come out here and get some. We got to get some decorations up. I got to sort out stuff. Quite a bit that needs done out here. And I'm excited to get out here and get back into the nuts and bolts of reselling. I really enjoy that. Maybe even clean some hats, which strangely enough, I'm excited about. So thanks for joining us, and I can't wait to see you next time.